Alright, welcome back to another video where today we are going to be covering the Batchatillion 25 ton. Now, before I go into the statistics or the gameplay, I want to just discuss a few general things. First of all, many people like to drive the 4-shot gun because it has more damage per minute. I dislike the 4-shot gun. I run the 3-shot gun at 350 damage. My reasoning is that usually I miss shells, and that means that I deal less damage. Now, that's one. So if I miss a shell on either, it's generally better. I mean, I just like the 3-shot, missing with the 3-shot once and hitting twice, more than missing 2 with the 4-shot. Now, if that makes any sense, kind of, maybe, but that's my reasoning. The second thing is that I don't like peeking 4 times compared to 3 times. With the 3-shot gun, you peek once, twice, 3 times, and that's it. With the 4-shot gun, you have to actively peek 4 times or drive by, kind of, and I don't really like that type of gameplay. So, what are the strengths of the Batchat? It has incredible mobility. It has a very good gun, regardless of which one you drive. They're both good. I just have a preference for the 3-shot. And it has incredible view range and camouflage. What does that mean? It means that the only people who are going to be able to play the Batchat well are people with enough experience in the game who know what they're doing. If you have a win rate below 50%, you have no business playing the Batchatillion. That is just going to be said from the very beginning to get it completely over with. Now, that was kind of the intro. Please, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get into statistics. Okay, so here we are with the Batchatillion 25 ton. This at the top is how the tank looks. It is a French Tier 10 light tank with these very good statistics going for it. Now, I have to say right from the start, I think I messed up my equipment slots a little bit in this show, so I'll be saying what I actually run instead. Okay, so just some important things right out of the way from the beginning. It has a hit point pool of 1,802 with the improved assembly. Its DPM is at about 3,000, slightly less than that. I run Spaliner, large food, and improved fuel. Here I'm showing the 2 guns, where I'm showing that the 4-shot gun has a slightly higher amount of DPM and penetration. However, as discussed in the beginning, I prefer to use the 3-shot. Now, the equipment I am running is calibrated. Don't look at that. I'm sorry for that mistake. I run calibrated, improved aiming thing rather than supercharger, refined gun. I also run defense system, not improved modules. Defense system, increased hit points, and enhanced tracks. I increase the view range, I have more engine power, and cooldown. Anytime you have a tank that uses double consumables, you should run cooldown. However, I don't run cooldown. The Batchatillion has the faster shells. And the faster shells thing means that you do not need them to last longer. You need them to be usable again as fast as possible. Now, as you can see, the view range is incredible on the Batchatillion, and here we are going to move on to the armor. Now, this is why you can't drive a Batchatillion as an inexperienced driver. The armor profile is non-existent. However, here there is a mistake. There is one place where you can bounce shells, the upper plate, where I'm showing right now. That upper plate is a auto ricochet angle for AP style ammo, which means that occasionally on long distance you will be able to get troll bounces. That's that for the statistics. Let's get into the game. We are in the game. Against us, the AMX-30B, Car 45 ton, 183, 4005, 140, Type 71, and a VK72. So, what are we going to do? From the very beginning of the match, we are going to push all the way wide to this plane. Now, the logic is that I'll try to spot players coming in. However, the AMX-30B is spotted on our side. We put in one shell into him, accidentally using HE, second shell using APCR, and a third shell with APCR. I was hoping to get away before that shell hit me, but it's whatever, because now that AMX-30B is gone. And with that, we have a one-tank advantage beginning this game. Now, I will try to shoot that Type 71, and unfortunately, that misses. Now, the beginning of this game is going to be slightly dull, because there isn't going to be much action. Now, I try to hit that 140, and it works. I try to hit that 140 again, and it works. And just like that, 2 of my shells are gone, and I am reloading. Now, this is kind of how you're supposed to play the Batchat a little bit. You are supposed to be slightly passive and more in the back. You have the view range to spot at a distance, so don't push too aggressively. Now, I am trying to get shots on that Type 71. I thought he might be there, but he was behind cover, which I would have been able to see on the minimap. Now, I spot the VK, and again, I should have been able to see that I can't shoot him, but I was aiming in. Now that Type 71 is exposed, I am able to kill him, and this 4005 is running up the line. Now here I'm going to use the faster intraclip, and I am able to clear that 4005, as I considered that to be more of a priority than trying to use my faster shell clip on something else. Now clearing that 4005 lets us be at a 3-2 kind of situation. Now here is this is where I made a mistake. Here I only have 503 health. The Karo is a auto reloader, which means that technically right now I should have died. For some reason that Karo didn't shoot me. I am assuming because either he didn't have shells or no, he was just clearing our AMX-30B. Here I get lucky and was able to beat him to the reload. And now I'm going to focus that VK, who is looking in the other direction. Clip shell number 1, shell number 2, and I back off. Now, here is where things get difficult. Our E100 is AFK. The 183 is currently going to be going to him. I am at a dilemma. Do I go for the Object 140 and the VK and try to help out my 4005, or do I fall back and attack the 183? Now, I realize that going and fighting 2 tanks in a tank that can't take a single hit from either of them is a terrible idea. So, despite my 4005 asking for help, I am going to go ahead and clear the 183. Here, my logic is I am hoping that the 4005 is able to clear at least one of those tanks, and then I'll be able to deal with them. Now, before poking that 183, I made sure that he had fired into our E100 first, and it is now that he is on reload, and I am circling around in order to attack that 183 from the side. Now, I expected the 183 to focus on me rather than our AFK E100. However, for some reason, the 183 decided to shoot our E100 again. The VK on the other side clears our 4005, and I'm able to clear the 183. So let's take a look at this. I have 6,158 damage, and right now I am pooping my pants. I don't know where the VK is because I wasn't looking at that battle. I was focused on clearing the 183. So, I know he was in that corner, I know I should spot. So in the beginning, I make a little bit of a poo-poo decision. I go up to this hill. Now, this could have been the end of my game. If that VK had crossed over that ridge, right now, I have no cover, nothing to protect myself, nowhere to go. I realize that and rush as fast as I can to this place. And as you can see, it was the saving grace. I am able to proxy spot that VK72, and here is where I am also here is where I am able to immobilize him. And now, knowing that he was going to have a hard time with gun depression, I sneak past him, making sure that he is completely tracked and immobilized so that I have the advantage. I reload my clip, And because that VK is a one clip for me, I have no trouble putting in shell number 1, shell number 2, and shell number 3. And that's the game. 6,999 damage, highest damage on my account, flawless victory, obviously an ace, top on the team. Absolutely lovely game. And in just a couple seconds, there we go. A high caliber pools medal and top gun achievement. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again next time.